Hi and welcome to Gamers Web. Today we're going to take a look at the Street Judges expansion pack for the Judge Dredd Miniature Game from our friends at Warlord Games. And this is brand new, only came out on the 30th of November this year, and it's part of the range of this brand new game. So let's jump in and see what we get. Okay, so we've got our artwork on the front cover, and then on the back we get our contents, which is 5 resin Warlord miniatures, Judge miniatures, plastic bases for each model, 4 unit cards, 1 armoury card, which is anti-grav shoots, and 1 big med card, which is riot form. To the average Megacity 1 inhabitant, the most obvious symbol of power and authority of the Justice Department is a street judge. These formidable individuals are responsible for strict enforcement of the law on the dangerous streets of the Big Meg, where they act as judge, jury, and executioner. Crimes ranging from littering to first-degree murder fall within their remit, and the punishment for a perpetrator can vary from a stern word of admonishment to a crack on the head with a day stick to imprisonment in an isolation cube, or in the most serious cases, a lawgiver execution round. Becoming a judge is a lifelong undertaking, and many individuals falter on this arduous path. Some end up on the streets disenchanted and bitter at what they might have been, while some, for many, street judge recycle is their final destination. Okay, so a little bit of background again there for the judges. So we get five judges, 1 arm with a day stick, 2 arms with lawgivers, and 1 looks like he's armed with a widowmaker, and I'm not sure what the other one's meant to be. It might be a law rod, but let's just have a quick look inside and see what we get. Okay, now these should all be, if they're like the rest of the models, single cast figures, as in just 1 part per miniature, and then you just glue them onto the bases. Okay, so in the box we get our 5 bases for our miniatures, empty box, which we'll keep for later, and then we get our pack with, well, we'll just jump straight in. Look at the cards first, because in the Judge Dredd video unboxing, which I'll put down at the bottom here somewhere, I looked at the miniature first. Now I'll look at the cards. Just shake things up a little bit, because that's how we roll in the Big Meg. Okay, this card set contains, it was Simona packed this for us. Thank you very much, Simona. Veteran Street Judge, Senior Street Judge, Judge, Street Judge. These are all identical to the cards you get in the core set. And then we have our Big Meg card and our anti-grav card, armoury card. So armoury card, sorry, Big Meg card, I'm looking at the wrong way around, yeah, Big Meg card is riot form. Nominate a point anywhere on the table. All models within 2d6 inches of it suffer hit by man traps. See page 54 for the rules. The area is also now counts as difficult terrain for the rest of the game. Right, riot form has a nasty habit of suffocating people occasionally in when it's used. Okay, and then the armoury card is anti-grav shoots. Ignore damage from falling. Used with a move or as a free reaction, remains in play. So basically, you just jump down into a anti-grav shoot and it lets you come onto your base. Oh, actually, these miniatures aren't single piece. I thought they were all single piece, but they're not. Ah, right, that's quite unusual, because I actually thought they were all single piece. All right, well, you live and learn. Okay, so we just get these out, and then I'll quickly assemble them, and we can look at them on the camera. So we've got this judge stepping up for the mark. He's ready to rock and roll. Casting's really good on all of them. There's 4 male judges and a female judge. Not that it really matters, because on this judge is actually, if we just zoom in onto his face, he's got his respirator down. So you can see that if you look at the helmet on this judge here, you can see that his respirator is up, which is the shield icon on the dice, and this one's got his respirator down because he's probably just used stun gas. Quite nice models. Actually, that could be a female judge. You can't really tell because Sex doesn't really play a part with judges because they're more or less faceless. That's why they wear the helmets, to instill fear in people. A little bit of the reason why when Bill Finger and Bob Kane did Batman, they made the cowl, so it covered most of his face, especially the bottom half of his face, because you can't see somebody's eyes. It makes them expressionless and really difficult to read. And there's a female judge. Great detail, nice looking models, little tiny bit of flash, and then we've got the various arms and weapons. So I'm just going to quickly assemble these and I'll be right back. Hi, welcome back. Okay, so I've assembled the models. They go together quite well. No real problems with them. I've not actually glued them on the bases yet because I've still got little bits that I need to clean up on them. As you can see, the super glue is still wet on this one. Okay, so animation, fantastic. Fluidity of the poses is brilliant as well. They go together quite well. Like all resin miniatures, you need to use super glue or crazy glue. I've actually got far too much glue on this one for some reason. That's all right, I can clean that up. Super glue remover can be your friend at times, and that's the judge with his respirator down. He's the single piece figure, and then there's the judge with which I'm positive that's meant to be a law rod, and the other one's a Widowmaker. But without looking at the stats, I'm not exactly sure. And my super glue my super glue applicator seems to be leaking. That's why I've got a lot of glue on the models. But anyway, those are the street judges for the Judge Dredd Miniature Game from Warlord Games, which is out now. I will put my review up on Gamers Web when I take a look at the models, and I'll talk a little bit more about how to go about getting the best out of them in the game, which really is quite easy because they're judges and they'll just go out and they'll just kick backside because that's what they're designed to do. What you need to do when you assemble them is use super glue, like I say, because normal polystyrene cement will not work on resin. It just won't bond because it doesn't have anything to adhere to, and it doesn't melt the plastic very well. So great sculpts. Hats off to Warlord. They've done a really good game. The presentation's fantastic. I'm looking forward to seeing more of these models. Really look forward to seeing the Heroes of Mega City 1 box set that contains the other judges. Right, I'll put my review for the Dredd on bike and on foot in here as well. I'll link to the video, and that's about it. Until next time, thanks for tuning into Gamers Web, and we'll hopefully see you soon. Have a great time. Thank you.